Okay, in this video demonstration, we will be reviewing the Pronation, Distortion, Corrective exercise program. So again, we're going to first start with the foam roll exercises. So Theo's going to sit down, he's going to grab the foam roll, and he's going to do the lateral gastrocnemius in the soleus muscle. So basically the calf muscles on the outside of the calf muscles. So Theo's walking up and down with his hands from the heel to just below his knee. Again, he's pivoting, turning, just looking for those tender spots. When he finds one of those tender spots, if he finds one, he's going to hold that position for 30 to 45 seconds or until it releases. Next muscle group will be right on the outside of the lower leg, called the peroneals. Just like Theo, there you go, just like that. So now Theo's going to go up and down the peroneal muscle. Again, same thing. He's just pivoting, seeking in his strength. You find that tender spot, you hold for 30 to 45 seconds. Then he's just going to work his way up his leg in the same position he was just in to get the IT band or the tensor fascia latae area. So he's going to up on the side. It's all right.
This was...
Yep, right up on there. So you can do the phone. You're going to do that Vogue. Yeah. That's what it is. I didn't use the terminology, the Vogue position. There you go. So now he's, there he goes, the Vogue position, because he's striking a pose. So now he's just going to work up that lateral aspect of his thigh until he finds a tender spot. When he hits it, he's going to hold for 30 to 45 seconds. Finally, he's going to go back to the hamstrings and do that bicep femoris. So again, the outer side of the hamstring group, just looking for those tender spots. You find a tender spot, you hit and you hold 30 to 45 seconds or until it releases. So those are the foam roll exercises we're going to do. Now we're going to move on to the static stretches. So Theo's down, so he's going to stay there. And he's going to do another stretch of the bicep femoris, so similar to the straight leg raise, but now he's going to pick that leg up. He's going to reach across, grab the cord, if you will, and he's pulling his leg diagonally, almost as if he's going towards the opposite shoulder. He's going to hold for 30 to 45 seconds, no bouncing, just a nice static stretch. Okay. Now Theo's going to stand up for us, go to the wall. He's going to demonstrate 3 more static stretches. The gastrocnemius, so this is the one with the leg straight, just like that. Heel is staying planted on the floor, tightening the quad muscles to keep the knee extended, no bouncing, just a nice static stretch, 30 to 45 seconds. Now the soleus muscle, similar to what you just did, but now Theo has his back leg getting a little closer. He's a little more vertical, bending that back knee about 30 degrees, keeping the heel planted on the floor, stretching the soleus muscle, lower part closer towards the heel, again holding that position for 30 to 45 seconds. Now he's going to stand facing me. He's going to stretch his IT band. There you go. Again, holding that position 30 to 45 seconds. And now we'll move on to the isolated strengthening exercises. So the first one we're going to do is Theo's going to go to that box and he's going to do the medial gastrocnemius. So this is a calf raise, but now his feet are pointed in towards each other to work the inner part of the calf muscles. He's going to go up, all the way down, get a good decent stretch, and then come right back up. And you can see the medial gastroc, good contraction, excellent definition. Perfect, Theo, thank you. So the next exercise Theo's going to do, he's going to walk back to the wall, hands up on it, and he's going to do a leg curl. So he's working the hamstrings, but this time his focus is going to be on the medial hamstring, so his foot is actually internally rotated. So you can see how he has his foot turned in. You really don't need a lot of resistance. The main point here is to get that area activated. You can use ankle weights and whatnot, but that would come later. Okay, now Theo's going to grab a seat over here. He's going to bring the chair over. He's going to grab the TheraBand, and we're going to work a couple of the ankle exercises. Might need to bring the chair out a little farther towards the wall. So the first one Theo's going to do is the dorsiflexion. So he's going to have a seat. And he's simply going to pull the foot towards him with a TheraBand, slow and controlled. That's dorsiflexion. And then the next one he's going to do is going to turn and face us, the camera, and he's going to work inversion. So he's going to have the band around his foot, the other foot. There, Theo. You're wanting. There you go. I know it's confusing. We've only done 1,000 exercises. Okay, so now he's going to stabilize the knee joint and the hip, and the only thing he's moving is the ankle. He's not going to go past that neutral position though. He's going to go to inversion, back to neutral. Pull in, hold, and back out. Okay, good. And then you do 15 repetitions. Move on to the next exercise. So Theo's going to sit right here. This is a very highly sophisticated exercise called the towel scrunch. I think we got that title from NASA. Okay, so Theo's going to sit over here. Let me see if I can't zoom this in a little bit. There you go. And if you see what Theo's doing, all he's doing is literally building up the arch. How about trying that other foot, Theo? I might be able to get people might be able to see a little better. So the foot's staying straight, and all he's doing is curling his toes underneath. So he's just scrunching his foot, building up the muscles of the arch. Crunching just like that. Again, this is NASA demonstrated high technology, off the wall, crazy stuff. Toe scrunches. All right. Now we're going to move on to the integrated dynamic exercises. Again, like as we described before, we have addressed the muscle imbalances, and now neurologically we want to bring it all together. So the first exercise Theo's going to do is he's going to come out here and he's going to balance for us. I'm going to back this up. So you can balance. And if you watch closely here, Theo's going to try to maintain the arch of his foot. He's going to bend his knee about 30 degrees, 20 to 30 degrees, hopefully without falling over. Now this is a great exercise for Theo because he doesn't have arches, so this is exactly the kind of stuff we would want him to be working on. So he's going to try to maintain the arch position. He's going to reach forward with the opposite foot and back. Now out to the side and back. And now rotation out and back. Perfect. And then he's stable. See how he's stabilizing and balancing? And then you're just going to do that 5 times, all while trying to maintain the arch. I don't know if you can really see it well, but he's bending that knee about 30 degrees, okay? The next one we're going to do is a lunge. So Theo's going to take a step forward, lunge to balance. When he, see how he comes out to the outside of his foot? That's exactly what we're working on. Maintaining the arch, same thing. It's not about how many you do. I'm really not worried about repetition. It's quality versus quantity. I'm worried about the quality of the exercise. So he's going to maintain that arch the whole time. Excellent. And then the last one we're going to do is Theo's going to grab that box and we're going to do a step up to balance. Again, the main thing we're working on here is that, remember, this is the pronation distortion. So the goal is to try to maintain that arch. Okay, Theo, let's see you try a couple of those. Step up to balance for me. So he's going to step, balance, stabilize for a few seconds, and then back down. Other side. Step, balance. That was a bit accentuated. It was excellent. I'm not saying you have to go to the side of your foot, but I think that was just a great way to demonstrate really what we're looking for. And that concludes the exercises for the pronation distortion corrective exercise program.